Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This is the third episode of the series, and Naruto is sharper than he lets on, and he has learned jujutsu and secret knowledge from all across Konoha as he grew up. To show your support, like and subscribe. Let's get this show going. Tsunami, I'm home. Called Tazuna as he entered his worn-looking two-story home. I'm glad you're alright, said Tsunami as she rushed over and hugged her father, relief clearly written on her face. If it wasn't for these fine ninjas I wouldn't be, said Tazuna. Is there a room where we can set our Tsunade down? Asked Naruto. Upstairs, there are 2 rooms you all can use while you're here, answered Tsunami as she pointed up the stairs. Thanks, replied Naruto, it's no problem, and you arrived just in time as I just was starting dinner, said Tsunami. Glad to hear we didn't miss it, said Naruto with a smile. Once Kakashi was set down on the cot in the room, Naruto began using the mystical palm jutsu to help Kakashi recover. What jutsu is that? Asked Sasuke. It's a healing jutsu that I barely can use, as it takes a lot of focus to use it without causing damage instead of healing it, answered Naruto with sweat coming off his brow. Now be quiet as I do this. Sakura and Sasuke watched as Naruto slowly helped Kakashi heal from the fight they had with Zabuza. An hour later and Kakashi awoke to the sight of Naruto healing him. That's enough, Naruto, said Kakashi, making his return to consciousness. No, I know you have a lot of chakra, but that takes a lot of you mentally. Glad you're alright, Tsunade, said Sakura. Yes, I'm glad too. But there's something that doesn't add up from the end of that fight, replied Kakashi. I think I know what it is, but let's not worry about it until tomorrow, said Naruto, and head down for dinner. It should be done by now. And just like he said, Tsunade called to them to let them know dinner was done. It was a somewhat awkward event as Inari, Tsunade's son, just sat at the table with a look of gloom and doom about him. After dinner and Inari walked off, Naruto asked Tazuna and Tsunade what happened to make such a young boy be so sullen. The two then proceeded to tell the group about Inari's stepfather, who he was very close to and was the village's hero, was killed by Gato in front of everyone shortly after coming to Wave, claiming the man was disruptive to his businessman that had to hurt Inari really badly to see his hero die like that, noted Sakura. Yes, it most likely did, agreed Tazuna. His death killed the people's source of hope and strength. That's why I'm building the bridge, so we can regain our hope and strength back and become the proud people we once were. I read that Wave once was trade partners with Whirlpool, was that true? Asked Naruto. You're in Uzumaki, correct? Asked Tazuna. Then I can tell you that yes, our 2 nations were very close trading partners. That's interesting and all, but why are you asking? Asked Sasuke. Gigi once told me that my clan, like yours, built secret locations to house certain items and the like, and I think there might be one somewhere here in Wave, answered Naruto. If I recall, your mother told your father, who also told me that there was one hidden somewhere in Wave long ago, said Kakashi, and only Uzumaki can enter it. But we have more important matters at hand at the moment than recovering your clan's lost treasures. I'm aware of that. I just think that before we leave we go try to find it, replied Naruto. If we have the time, said Kakashi with a shrug. Well, I'm off to bed, said Sasuke as he got up from the table. Yes, rest up, agreed Kakashi. There are some important things we need to discuss. Line break. The next morning the group headed out to a nearby clearing to have the discussion Kakashi was talking about the night before. Alright, after thinking about it overnight I've come to the conclusion that Zabuza isn't dead, started Kakashi. What? But you checked to make sure he was dead yourself? Cried Sakura in alarm. I figured that was the case from how he was killed and how that Hunter Nin was acting, said Naruto. I knew you'd figure it out on your own, Naruto, said Kakashi. I'm a little confused, said Sasuke. It was the weapons the Hunter Nin used, explained Kakashi. Senbone needles are rarely used to kill and are mostly used in medical practices, plus Hunter Nins are meant to just take their target's head and any weapons they're well known for, before destroying the body, no matter who's around, added Naruto. We're lucky that Zabuza is going to take about a week to recover from his death-like state, so what are we going to do in the meantime? Asked Sasuke. Suddenly a 5-foot-tall 2-tailed black fox ran out of the underbrush, scaring the heck out of Sakura, who screeched, "Fie! Kitsune! Kill it before it kills us all!" Excuse me? Yelled Naruto. I know the Lord of Kitsunes attacked the village 12 years ago, but come on. Not all of them are like that. I concur with Naruto, though I am interested in what it wants, said Sasuke. Kakashi was already aware of Shade and the Kitsune got along with his pack of nin dogs, which reminded him summoning jutsu. And suddenly a pack of 5 different dogs appeared. About time you called, said Paken. The little pug out of the group. We were wondering when you summon us. Sorry about that, apologized Kakashi, but now that you're here I do have a mission for you. And what would that be? Asked Paken. I need you to locate Gato's lair, answered Kakashi. On it, said Paken, as he led the other dogs off into the woods. Mind if I help? Asked Shade, which freaked Sakura out. Sure, go right ahead, replied Naruto. Shade then ran off after the dogs to join them. What? Didn't you know summon animals can talk? Asked Naruto when he saw Sakura's face. No, replied Sakura in a small voice. Iruka covered that in class. How can you not know that? Asked Sasuke in disbelief. Anyway, getting back on topic, Cut and Kakashi, the three of you will be training until Zabuza returns. What kind of training? Asked Naruto. Well, for Sasuke and Sakura I am going to teach you the tree climbing exercise, while you Naruto get to learn the kunai balancing one, replied Kakashi using shadow clones for that. Quickly stated Naruto. I don't want to injure myself too badly when I get it wrong. Why does Naruto get to learn something else? Demanded Sakura. Because Naruto already knows the tree climbing and water walking exercises. With his chakra reserves being so large he needs to constantly work on his control, answered Kakashi. If Naruto can do it, then this can't be hard, said Sakura. With how small your reserves are, you should pick this exercise up rather quickly, noted Kakashi. But for Sasuke, who has larger reserves, will have a harder time. And by the way, Sakura, it took me a week to learn tree climbing and a month to learn water walking, added Naruto, and that was with the help of my shadow clones. But they're just clones. How would they help? Asked Sakura. It's a secret property of the clones that I'm not going to tell you, answered Naruto. Yes, now you two follow my clone who will get you started on your training, said Kakashi as he created said clone while I get Naruto started on his training. Once Kakashi and Naruto were far enough away, Kakashi asked, alright Naruto, what is it that you have planned? I'm going to find Gato and steal everything he has before handing him over to the people of Wave, so they can deal with him, answered Naruto. Good idea, said Kakashi, but when are you going to do it? If you want, I can start right now, answered Naruto. I can make an army of shadow clones easily, so it won't take me long to find his hideout. Alright, said Kakashi, make about 100 clones for your training while you head out with some more clones and go look for Gato's lair, but be back before dark as not to arouse suspicions. Got it, Kakashi-sensei, replied Naruto as he followed his orders and ran off in his full kitsune form. Now to make sure Sakura doesn't bother Sasuke too much, said Kakashi as he headed back to his two other students. Line break. The first day didn't turn up anything except just how bad Gato made things for the people in Wave. This made Naruto furious to the point that he slaughtered a small group of Gato's men when they tried to force themselves onto a group of women ranging from the ages 5 to 35. The females were grateful for him saving them from the vile men and told him of a lead to where Gato's lair might be. The next day Naruto found himself in a large clearing full of different herbs and decided to lay down and take a break. Little did he know that Haku, the fake hunter nin, was headed to the clearing to gather some of the herbs to help Zabuza heal faster. It's that boy Master Zabuza was afraid of harming, noted Haku when he saw Naruto laying in the middle of the clearing. What is he doing out here? As Haku got closer to Naruto, he noticed that Naruto was still very much alert, even though he was resting. What is it that you need? Asked Naruto from his position on the ground. And if it's to try to kill me, just to forewarn you, it's not a good idea. Oh no. I'm out here gathering herbs to help a friend recover, assured Haku, who got the feeling that Naruto wasn't bluffing. Oh? Well then, what herbs do you need? Asked Naruto as he sat up and got a good look at the person he was talking to. Haku was a young man not much older that was wearing rather gender-confusing clothes along with his long hair and fair skin. Naruto might mistake him as a girl. He also noted that he was clearly trained in the ninja arts by how his posture was. This made Naruto figure out that this person was most likely to be the fake hunter nin from before, but didn't sense any hostile intent from the person, which meant he didn't need to attack Haku to protect himself. It's this one, answered Haku as he showed the herbs that he already had in the basket he was carrying. I see. Well, let's get started, said Naruto as the two gathered the herbs Haku needed. They made small talk and got to know a little about each other. Tell me, what do you think true power comes from? Asked Haku. From those that are precious to you and the will to do anything to keep them safe, answered Naruto. It is good to know you know the source of true strength, unlike so many others, replied Haku with a sad tone. Well, I think we gathered enough, said Naruto as he noted that the basket was quite full. Yes, thank you very much for your help, thanked Haku as he began walking away. Yes, and tell Zabuza that he best rethink his contract with Gato. That little dirtball doesn't seem like the type to uphold his contracts if it means saving money, replied Naruto as he stood some feet away. Haku quickly tensed and said, you knew all this time who I was? Yet didn't attack. Why? For one, we currently aren't enemies as our interests aren't in conflict at the moment, answered Naruto, and also, I can see the same loneliness I've felt more often than I care to admit in your eyes. That tells me something tragic happened in your life that left you all alone with no one to care for you before Zabuza found you. You're correct, replied Haku, who then proceeded to tell Naruto his life story and why he's so loyal to Zabuza. I knew Zabuza wasn't all bad, deep down that is, said Naruto, and I'm sure he sees you more than a tool after spending so much time with you perhaps, but what happens now? Replied Haku. I'm not entirely sure, answered Naruto sadly. I think we might have to face each other once Zabuza recovers. Yes, and our dreams will clash to see whose is stronger, replied Haku. I only wish that if things were different we could have been friends. Who says we can't? Asked Naruto. I don't hold it against you for being on the other side, Haku, it's just how things played out. Same here. Now I must be Going, said Haku as he quickly left the clearing. Man, I really hope I can find Gato and stop him before Zabuza recovers, sighed Naruto. Line break. The day after Naruto met Haku, he found Gato's hideout and began scoping it out to see what he could steal and also where the little sleazeball slept. But Naruto figured that by the time he made all the sealing scrolls and everything else he needed to end Gato, Zabuza would have recovered and come after Tazuna again. Make some clones to go raid Gato's lair, and hopefully we can hold Zabuza and his partner off long enough to void his contract by killing Gato, said Kakashi when Naruto reported back to him. I hope so too, agreed Naruto. So Naruto went ahead and started making a large number of storage scrolls so he could cart off with all of Gato's wealth and documents for his own use. The night before Zabuza was thought to come back, Inari became fed up with how Team 7 was acting and yelled out, "You think you can just come around here acting all happy? You know nothing about our pain." The room got very cold, very fast, as Naruto became enraged and stormed out the door as not to do something he'd regret. "Inari, tell me this," said Sasuke in a hard tone. "Did you have your entire clan wiped out by an older brother you looked up to for so long? Or be treated like scum by most of your fellow peers for some unknown reason like Naruto?" "No," replied Inari in a small voice. "Well, what Sasuke said is very much true," said Kakashi. "Naruto doesn't even know his own parents, as one died the night of his birth, while the other fell into a coma and still hasn't recovered from on the same night." Inari ran off to sit out on the pier to think about what he just learned. Kakashi came over to him to talk to him more privately. "You know, between Naruto and Sasuke, Naruto has had his far worse started, Kakashi. There aren't that many people who like Naruto, let alone treat him like a normal human. Instead they think of him as the monster that attacked the village the night he was born." "What?" asked Inari in surprise. "Of course Naruto never let it get to him," continued Kakashi. "In fact, he very rarely cries. Guess he just learned that it won't make things better and just moves on to make people see him for who he is. And the fact that there is always someone who has it worse than you somewhere out there in the world." Inari looked down, ashamed. He thought that his life was worse than anyone else. "And just to let you know, Naruto has been rather stressed lately, and touching on such a touchy subject is what made him snap," said Kakashi. "He'll be fine once he blows off some steam." Line break. Naruto was indeed blowing off some steam, by vaporizing the environment in his rage that was just barely being controlled. "Naruto, calm down," cried Kumara in alarm. "Don't let your anger consume you, or you'll become the very thing the villagers think you are." "I'm trying," replied Naruto through the haze he was in. "Listen to me," said Kumara. "I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to teach you something so that you can release your rage all at once. As it will take a lot out of you after you use it." "I don't care, just teach me," it grunted. Naruto, "All right, first you'll have to be in your full kitsune form, then gather as much chakra as you can to your mouth while at the same time pointing your tails forward. Once you've done that, swallow it and hold it for a moment before firing it, preferably up into the skies not to injure anyone," instructed Kumara. Naruto did as he was told and after changing forms, gathered as much chakra as he could, swallowed and held it until he felt fit to burst before opening his mouth skyward, letting the energy out in a massive beam of raw energy. This beam was so large that it could be seen miles away all across wave. Those who saw it could feel the power and rage behind it. "Did Naruto just learn the tailed beast ball?" thought Kakashi when he saw the beam of energy. "At least it appears that Naruto let off a lot of pent-up anger with it. Hope he's alright." Shade quickly came over to Naruto as he had been on the sidelines watching over Naruto rage about, and when the final attack ended came over to the now human Naruto who was passed out, picked him up with his tails, set him on his back and headed back to Tazuna's house so Naruto could recover. "Care to explain what happened?" asked Kakashi when he saw Shade bring Naruto. "Kyuubi taught him the tailed beast blast to release the anger that was trying to consume him," answered Shade. "It's dangerous for us to get so angry, or we'll go on a rampage until we either eliminate why we're so angry, or manage to calm down. Destroying anything that stands in our way." "I see," said Kakashi, "and with Naruto being part kitsune he's vulnerable to succumbing to his anger more easily than say Sasuke is?" "Right, there are ways to get us to stop, but depending on just how angry we are it can be dangerous to try," replied Shade. "I'm going to stay with Naruto until he wakes up to keep an eye on him." "How long till he wakes?" asked Kakashi knowing Naruto. "Sometime after breakfast and you all head out to the bridge," answered Shade, "which might be a good thing as this Gato might try something against Tazuna's family soon to get him to stop working on the bridge. Naruto has had some clones keep an eye on them just in case that happens since we got here. But yes, you're correct on that line of thinking," said Kakashi, "though fighting Zabuza and his partner will be a lot harder until he joins us. Don't worry about it too much." In fox form Naruto should arrive within minutes after he wakes up, assured Shade, "but he most likely isn't going to do that with the pink bimbo around." "I agree with you on that one," agreed Kakashi. "I'm just not sure what to do with her. Send her to someone who'll either fix her behavior, or stop being a ninja completely," suggested Shade. "Like that crazy snake lady." "As much as I'd like to," said Kakashi as he hung his head, "her mother would make things incredibly hard for us if we tried that." Line break. The next morning Sasuke woke up to the sight of the kitsune he saw before sleeping atop Naruto, who looked a lot better emotionally than the night before. Sasuke also noticed that the kitsune had shrunk down to the size of a normal fox, as not to crush Naruto under his weight. "Did you bring Naruto in last night?" asked Sasuke. "Yes." Poor Kit nearly lost control over himself and completely exhausted himself out, letting all his anger out, replied Shade, turning his head to face Sasuke, who noted the bright green eyes staring at him. "So I brought him back when I found him passed out." "Why help Naruto so much?" asked Sasuke in confusion. "Let's just say I met him not that long ago," answered Shade. "If you want to know more, ask Naruto, as it's his tale to tell." "You going to follow us back to the village? Because a lot of people there don't like your kind," asked Sasuke. "If you're referring to the Kyuubi attack, then they'll just have to deal with it," said Shade. "Plus I can hide my extra tail and pass as a normal fox." "Well, just try to not scare Sakura. I really don't want to hear her scream this early in the morning," begged Sasuke. "Don't plan to," replied Shade before going back to sleep. "Ah, good you're awake," greeted Kakashi as Sasuke came down the stairs. "I noticed Naruto's back," replied Sasuke. "Looks a lot better than when he ran off." "Yes, I'm glad that's the case," said Kakashi, "but it's going to take a little bit longer for him to rouse from his slumber." "Lazy bones," coughed Sakura while she ate. "The others gave her a hard glare for it anyway. From my calculations Zabuza should come back today," said Kakashi, "so check your weapons and be ready for a fight." "Shouldn't we wait for Naruto?" asked Sasuke. "Why?" asked Sakura, who then said dreamily, "You're 10 times better than he is, right? I'm the one who went toe-to-toe with Zabuza in a sword fight and lived to tell about it," said Sasuke sarcastically. "Precisely," said Sakura, as in her head that's what happened. Everyone face-bombed from how disillusioned Sakura was about things. Line break. Sometime after the others left with Tazuna to go to the bridge to try to finish it, and most likely face Zabuza again. Naruto woke up to find Shade sleeping on his chest, back in his room at Tazuna's house. "Ugh. My throat feels so dry," moaned Naruto as he began to sit up, waking Shade. "And the process happens when you use the tailed beast bomb before you're meant to," said Shade, "but it was the only thing Lord Kumara could think of that would drain you enough to pass out and lose the anger that almost consumed you." "Tailed beast bomb? What is that?" asked Naruto. "It's a Bijuu's most powerful attack. Your father based his iconic attack after seeing it," answered Kumara as he manifested himself. "Those who are made to contain us can learn how to use it as well, but with some rather bad drawbacks." "But since I'm part kitsune, that doesn't apply to me?" asked Naruto. "Correct," answered Kumara, "but don't go using it all the time. You're still not developed enough to use it yet." "How many tails would I need before I'm ready to use it?" asked Naruto. 8, answered Kumara. "You would need 8 tails before you can use it without passing out immediately afterwards. How many you'll be able to do without draining yourself too much?" "I don't know." "Okay, tailed beast ball don't use unless absolutely necessary," noted Naruto. "Or have allies nearby who can cover you while you recover. The more tails the less time it'll take," said Kumara, "and the more powerful they'll be." "Is there a way to use it before I gain 8 tails?" asked Naruto. "Like practice, or something?" "True, that would work," conceded Kumara, "but where would you go to master it?" "Good point," grumbled Naruto. "Anyway, I take it Kakashi already left for the bridge?" "Yes, they left not that long ago," answered Shade. "Good," said Naruto as he stood up and filled the room with shadow clones. "You all are to head to Gato's lair and pick it clean of anything of value." "Got it, boss," said all the clones before jumping out the window single file. "Now let's see what's for breakfast," said Naruto, right before hearing the front door being broken down. The window was on the other side of the building than the front, so the two thugs didn't see Naruto's clones leave. Naruto quickly ran down the stairs to see Inari try to save his mom from 2 wannabe swordsmen, one of which went to strike Inari down. But before that could happen, Naruto appeared behind the 2 men and stabbed them both with their own swords. "Such wonderful craftsmanship gone to waste on such foul men," said Naruto with distaste. "Naruto," cried Inari, glad he and his mother were saved. "Inari, you're the man of the house, so take care of your mother," said Naruto as he tossed one of the swords at him, which Inari managed to catch. "Odd to be given such a fine weapon," and nodded to Naruto. "Now to go help my team," said Naruto as he ran off to join them. Line break. Team 7 and Tazuna arrived at the bridge to find all the workers on the ground knocked out and a thick mist covering the end of the bridge. "Looks like Zabuza is indeed alive," noted Kakashi. "Meh," laughed Zabuza as he emerged from within the mist. "Indeed I am. Now hand over the old man and I'll let you live." "Not a chance," replied Kakashi. "Good. I like it better that way," said Zabuza with a good amount of bloodlust, and made a batch of water clones to surround the group. "Sasuke, do it," snapped Kakashi. Sasuke quickly took out all the clones in one swift motion, and a smirk on his face. "Looks like you have some competition, Haku," noted Zabuza. "Indeed," agreed Haku as he also emerged from the mist. "I knew you were working with him," said Kakashi. "I will do anything to protect Zabuza," said Haku with an incredible amount of conviction. "My student against yours?" asked Zabuza with a grin. "Of course we aren't going to stay out of the fun." "Sakura, stay back and protect Tazuna," ordered Kakashi. "Hi," called Sakura, who moved to keep Tazuna safe. "Gee, "I feel real safe now," said Tazuna sarcastically as he didn't feel any safer with Sakura guarding him. Sasuke and Haku quickly engaged Senbon against Kunai at the same time Kakashi and Zabuza did with Kunai against Sabanto. "Where's the last one?" asked Zabuza. "I know he'd be here if he could. Passed out last night after learning a new move to blow off some pent-up anger was all," Kakashi said. Zabuza paused for a moment as he and Haku saw that attack and were very much afraid of being on the receiving end of it. "That was him? Yep, Naruto is the most unpredictable ninja from the village hidden in the leaves in a long time," said Kakashi with pride. "And with how fast he recovers, he'll be here soon. Then I better end this before then," said Zabuza as he made the mist even thicker. The rest of the fight goes on same as in Kennen. Now to Sasuke and Haku's fight. "I see we're similarly matched," noted Haku as both him and Sasuke were blade locked. "But I have one advantage." "Oh yeah, what would that be?" asked Sasuke, not believing him. This was Haku's reply as he began doing on-handed seals. "Incredible," noted Kakashi when he saw that Naruto is the only other person I know who can do that. "That must mean Haku is rather skilled himself." "1,000 flying water needles of death," said Haku when he finished the hand seals, causing a large amount of needles made of water to form a few feet off the ground before streaking towards Sasuke, who barely managed to jump over the attack and launch a great fireball at Haku, who jumped back out of the way. "Looks like we are even," said Sasuke, who liked having a challenge for once. "But for how long?" asked Haku as he began another string of hand seals. "Crystal ice mirrors." Suddenly the air became bitter cold and 13 mirrors made of ice formed around Sasuke, trapping him inside. "Now let's see who's faster," said Haku as he merged into one of the mirrors and began moving at high speeds, throwing a volley of senbon needles at Sasuke with each pass. "Hey, your student is done for," said Zabuza. "Once Haku uses the jutsu, no one can escape, not even me." "Don't count Sasuke out just yet. He has his own hidden trick up his sleeve," replied Kakashi after a large number of attacks. And Sasuke, finding out that his fire isn't going to do anything against the ice, he focused on trying to avoid getting hit. Sakura also tried to help by throwing a kunai to him, but Haku caught it and tossed it over the side of the bridge. When he noticed how poor quality it was, "Honestly, how is it she's a ninja?" asked Haku. "That kunai was just insulting with how bad it was. Her gold digger of a mother is on the civilian council," replied Sasuke with a painful sigh. Zabuza and Haku both got a look of stunned confusion for a few moments before continuing their attacks. Just then a large ball of blue fire crashed into one of the mirrors, shattering it instantly, and a gray blur landed inside the dome of mirrors, while a black one landed next to Tazuna and Sakura. Of course the two blurs were Naruto and Shade, who had finally arrived. "Deep," yelled Sakura in fear when Shade landed next to her in a defensive position. "Now I feel safe," said Tazuna. "Hey Sasuke, how you holding up?" asked Naruto with concern. "Could be better, but I wish you stayed outside so we could attack on two fronts," replied Sasuke painfully as the mirror Naruto destroyed reformed. "Oops, didn't think about that when I jumped in," apologized Naruto sheepishly. "Looks like the blood brat is here," said Zabuza when he noticed Naruto's arrival. "What kind of fire was that though? It completely destroyed Haku's ice." "The tide has turned, Zabuza," said Kakashi. "He changes nothing," yelled Zabuza as the two went back to their fight. "So we're fighting a Uchiha," noted Naruto, who activated his Sharingan and hit it with the Genjutsu. "What do you mean by that?" asked Sasuke. "I read that the Yuki clan had a Kekkei Genkai that allowed them to create ice by combining water and wind," answered Naruto. "I see," said Sasuke. "You're well informed," noted Haku before launching another volley of senbon. "I like to read just about anything I can get my hands on," said Naruto as he easily avoided getting hit. "Gotta move faster," said Sasuke to himself as Haku kept up his barrage of senbon. And just like that, Sasuke started seeing things move slower and began being able to keep track of Haku and avoid getting hit more. "Hey Sasuke, look," said Naruto when he saw Sasuke's eyes had changed into the Sharingan. "What?" asked Sasuke as he turned to look at Naruto, noticing the Genjutsu over his eyes and that he had finally gained the Sharingan from his reflection in the mirror behind Naruto. When Sasuke removed the Genjutsu for himself, he was shocked to see that Naruto had what appeared to be the Sharingan as well, but looked different in both the color, the tomes and the number of them in each eye. 3 to be exact. Naruto noticed that Sasuke had removed the Genjutsu's effect on him and saw his eyes go wide when he saw his own, but ignored it to say, "Time to end this, Kitsune style, Foxfire Storm Jutsu." Summoning up a wild vortex of blue fire that completely obliterated the crystal ice mirrors and sent Haku flying back a good 10 feet. "I want an explanation after this," said Sasuke. "Fine, but not around Sakura," replied Naruto. "She's way too much of a blabbermouth for what I have to say." "Fair enough for me," agreed Sasuke, who agreed with Naruto's sentiments about Sakura's inability to keep a secret. Naruto walked over to Haku, who was slightly burned from the attack he just used, and asked, "Feeling alright?" "Cough, not really," replied Haku, who, while not burned horribly, was almost out of chakra. "Now what shall you do?" asked Naruto. "You've been beaten, I serve no use to Zabuza," replied Haku painfully and shamefully. "Kill me, Naruto Uzumaki, I have nothing left to live for." "Are you crazy?" demanded Naruto. "Just because you've lost, Doesn't mean you are of no use anymore. It was at this time the sound of a large number of chirping birds was heard coming from where Kakashi and Zabuza were. And what they saw was Zabuza being restrained by Kakashi's nin dogs and Kakashi holding what appeared to be lightning in his hand. I told you I saw your death, said Kakashi as he tensed up. Now die. Chidori. Kakashi began running at high speeds with his electrified hand forward for a jab. It appears I have one use left, said Haku as he created 2 ice mirrors and moved to take the hit for Zabuza. However, Naruto moved just as fast and shoved Haku out of the way just as Kakashi reached them. Taking a full Chidori to the chest, which caused his Sharingan to change into its final stage, the Mangekyo Sharingan, with the design becoming that of what appeared to be 9 fox-like tails spiraling out from his pupil. And Naruto! Exclaimed Kakashi in alarm, having flashbacks to Rin's death at his hand. Ga. Dang it, that hurt, cried Naruto in pain as he removed Kakashi's hand. I'm lucky that hit my left lung and not my heart, or that would have killed me in one shot. Kakashi saw the wound slowly heal, though Naruto was having trouble breathing due to his punctured lung. Hey Zabuza, just what is Haku to you anyway? Demanded Naruto as he turned his head to face the stunned man. He almost died for you. And you better damn not lie to me, or I'll kill you here and now. Suddenly slow clapping was heard at the foot of the bridge. When everyone looked, they saw a midget of a man in a cheap tux surrounded by a large number of thugs. So much for the demon of the mist, mocked Gato. More like a baby demon. What's the meaning of this? Demanded Zabuza. Paying for ninjas from the villages is so expensive, and they don't like it when I kill their ninjas. Nasty business that. Now missing nin on the other hand, no one cares if I off them once they've served their purpose, said Gato. So you hire out a large number of thugs to take care of ninjas who are worn out after they're done battling, said Kakashi. You sicken me. Hey kid, toss me a knife, said Zabuza. I'll do you one better, said Naruto, who tossed over Fox Wind with it activated for him. Zabuza grabbed the hilt with his teeth, as his arms were rendered useless thanks to Kakashi, and charged a group of thugs, cutting down any who got in his way too. Gato, stop him, cried Gato as he tried to run away, only to be stopped by a shadow clone of Naruto's who had a lot of scrolls tied to his back. Just where do you think you're going? Asked the clone as Zabuza got closer and closer, as well as taking more and more fatal injuries to the back. Now let's see who the real demon is, joked Zabuza. When we go to hell. Who then proceeded to slice Gato's head clean off. Zabuza then collapsed to the ground from his wounds. Hey, you killed our meal ticket, cried one of the thugs in anger. Leave now if you want to live, threatened Naruto as he summoned more foxfire around him. A good deal of the thugs fled in terror, but the rest of the idiots stood their ground, only to be turned to ash when Naruto used his Kitsune style Foxfire Vortex on them. Bring me to Haku, please, asked Zabuza as he was dying. Zabuza, why? Begged Haku, who was crying his eyes out. What am I to do now? Haku, listen to me, said Zabuza. While it was true I once only saw you as nothing but a tool, I've come to see you as my own son. Zabuza cried. Haku, Haku, follow your own path from now on, said Zabuza. I don't mean to completely forget my dream of a better mist village, but find your own way to make it happen. Also go with them to the Hidden Leaf village, they'll be able to help, and they respect bloodlines, unlike Mist. Alright Zabuza, replied Haku. Also, I know you aren't a swordsman, so I want you with Naruto's help finding the one to inherit my blade, as I don't want someone unworthy to get their hands on it, or any Mist ninjas until the village stops their vile ways, said Zabuza. I will honor your request, Zabuza, said Haku. Thank you, son, said Zabuza as he closed his eyes and died with a smile on his face. Inari and the rest of the villagers arrived soon after to see Gato dead and a lot of ash on the bridge, as well as the ninjas standing over the body of Zabuza. What happened here? Asked one of the villagers. Who cares? Gato's dead, cried another villager. Line break. The people of Wave soon celebrated the end of Gato's reign of terror with joy and cheer that hasn't been seen since the man came to Wave. During that time Team 7 and Haku cremated Zabuza's body, with Haku being given a urn to hold his ashes. With Gato dead we'll be able to finish the bridge with ease, said Tazuna that night, and with the Gato's wealth you have given us we'll be able to rebuild our land much easier, all in the day's work for a ninja, said Naruto. Yes, and I'm sure the remaining assets you kept from Gato will cover the cost of the mission? Replied Tazuna. That's correct, said Kakashi, as well as the cost of us helping you finish the bridge. What? But I can't do heavy work, cried Sakura, who didn't like the idea of heavy lifting. Sakura, I'd never make you work on the bridge, said Kakashi, but you can bring drinks and snacks while we work. And no focusing on Sasuke, or you will regret it. Line break. Once the celebrations ended everyone helped finish the bridge in any way they could. Naruto also had shadow clones keep an eye out, just in case. The bridge was finished within the week and Team 7 along with Haku were ready to head back to Konoha. Thank you for everything you've done for us, thanked Tazuna. You are all welcome back anytime. Do you really have to go? Asked Inari with tears in his eyes. I'm afraid so, Inari, replied Naruto as he adjusted the straps to the katana that Inari took to wearing on his back. Actually, if it isn't too much to ask, started Tsunami, if Inari wants, he can go with you to learn to be a ninja. Really? Asked Inari with big eyes. If you want to become a ninja, said Naruto, you must understand that it's a hard life, full of hard sacrifices you will not want to make, but it can also be very rewarding, added Kakashi, especially with good friends who have your back no matter what. So Inari, are you willing to leave behind your simple life and join the ranks of Konoha's ninjas? Asked Naruto seriously. Once you make your choice, it's not something you can easily walk away from. Inari thought about it for a few moments, but then decided, I'll come with you and learn the ways of the shinobi and take life by both arms. That's good to hear, replied Naruto happily. Lord Hokage is going to gripe about this, I know it, sighed Kakashi. From the side back in the village, Hiruzen suddenly got shivers up his spine. Why do I get the feeling that even more paperwork is on the way? Pondered Hiruzen with a shudder. Inari gave his mother and grandfather hugs and left with Team 7 and Haku to Konoha. Well, all that is left is to name the bridge, said one of the villagers. How about the Great Naruto Bridge, in honor of the one who restored our land's hope and dreams, said Tazun, and also brought our beloved Inari back from his darkness. Everyone agreed with the name and soon a plaque was made and placed on the two ends of the bridge. Line break. As the group made their way back, Naruto told Inari about Konohamaru, the grandson of Hiruzen Sarutobi, also known as the third Hokage and the leader of the village, who was his age and thought that they'd get along rather well. As I should also tell you that Konohamaru and his two friends come to me all the time for advice on their studies, said Naruto. I'm not looking forward to the academy, but I hope I get your old teacher, said Inari. The academy is great for making friends and possibly rivals, said Naruto. Do you have any friends? Asked Haku. Sure, they're on other teams so we don't see each other as often as we like, but we're still friends, answered Naruto. I'm sure you'll love them. It'll be nice to have some friends and a stable roof over my head, said Haku. Hey Naruto? Asked Sasuke. Yes Sasuke? Replied Naruto, who came over to him. Any idea on Inari's potential? Asked Sasuke. Not sure right now, answered Naruto. I find out when we get home. Alright, replied Sasuke. It took the group a little less time than it took to get to Wave, as they were able to move slightly faster, as Inari was slightly faster than normal civilian children his age, though ninja children would still be faster than him. Hey Haku, I've been meaning to ask, said Sakura. Are you a boy, or a girl? It's hard to tell. I'm a boy, answered Haku. I only really dressed the way I did as to confuse those after me and Zabuza. I plan on changing my look after I settle in. When the group arrived, both Haku and Inari were awestruck by how large the walls were to the village, as well as the gate they were headed to. Names please, asked one of the guards. Kakashi Hitake, leader of Team 7, which consists of Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, and Naruto Uzumaki. We also have two others with us who wish to join us, answered Kakashi. Alright, then head to the Hokage to inform him of this, said one of the guards, who sent a quick distasteful look at Naruto. Line break. The group quickly made their way to the Hokage's tower and Hiruzen's office and knocked on the door. Come in, called Hiruzen. When the group entered, Hiruzen was surprised to see someone slightly older than Naruto with clear ninja training and a boy the same age as his own grandson walking around with a sword strapped to his back. I'm sure there's an explanation for this, said Hiruzen with a sigh. And boy, was it one, as the members of Team 7 gave Hiruzen their individual reports one-on-one, as to not be influenced by their peers. Then he questioned Haku and Inari on what happened as well. As the leader of this village, I welcome you, said Hiruzen. Now until I sort out your living arrangements, you two will be staying with me at my home, so I get to meet Konohamaru? Asked Inari. Naruto said we'd get along. Yes, I'm sure, replied an amused Hiruzen. Now take the rest of the week off to recover. You've had quite the experience, I must say. Thank you, Lord Hokage, said Kakashi with a bow before leaving via shush and see you later. GG, called Naruto, who jumped out the open window and ran across the rooftops home. It was a pleasure, sir, bowed Sasuke, who walked off, with Sakura tailing behind him trying to get a date with him. That girl is more trouble than she's worth, mumbled Hiruzen. If only her mother wasn't on the council. Hey what do we do? Asked Inari. Follow me and I'll show you my place until I find somewhere for you to live, answered Hiruzen. What about where Naruto lives? Asked Haku. I heard he lives in an apartment complex on the way here. Ah yes, the Uzumaki apartments, said Hiruzen. Naruto actually owns the place, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy for you two to live there. Wow, he owns his own place, said Inari. And it is indeed. In fact, he even took control over Gato's shipping business and while gave most of it to the village, kept a small portion of it to sell his own products further abroad as well, bring in more materials to make those products, said Hiruzen, as well as having a easier way to cross the ocean if he ever needs to. Cool, said Inari, still in awe. The next week Team 7 came to the mission room for their missions for the day, most likely ranked D1s after what happened on their first rank C. Morning. GG, what's it going to be today? Asked Naruto as they came over. I have 2 rank D missions for you today, answered Hiruzen. I need you to help move in 2 new residents of the village into their new homes and give them a proper tour. You're talking about Haku and Inari, right? Asked Naruto. Correct, answered Hiruzen. This is where they will be moving to. as well as some money to furnish their homes as well as food and other things they might need. Well, let's go pick them up and take them to see where they will live, said Kakashi as he took the 2 mission scrolls. Then we'll do the shopping and tour afterwards. Any idea where they'll be staying at? Asked Sakura. It's in the scroll, said Hiruzen, and don't worry, I already informed the owner of where they'll be staying of their arrival today. Naruto, as the owner of the Uzumaki apartments, was indeed informed about Haku and Inari moving in and was happy about it, not that he showed it as not to let Sakura and Sasuke know. Yet Team 7 went over to the Sarutobi clan compound to pick up Haku and Inari so they can take them to where they're going to live. Hey Naruto, said Inari as the group came up to the gate to the compound, I see you got a new outfit, noted Naruto as Inari was now wearing newer cloths that weren't as loose as his old ones and his sword was proudly strapped to his back still. Ah, it's good to see you again, greeted Haku as he came over. I take it you're the ones to help us settle in? That's correct, answered Kakashi. It's only fitting in my opinion that as the ones to bring you here are the ones to help get you settled in. So Inari, how do you like Konoha so far? Asked Naruto. It's been great so far, answered Inari. Alright, now let's see where we're going, said Kakashi as he opened the scrolls to find the addresses of where the two will be living. Well, this makes it much easier. What does sensei? Asked Sakura. Both Haku and Inari are moving into the same place, answered Kakashi as he closed the scrolls. Alright, let's head on over there. The group headed over to the part of the village where the Uzumaki apartments were, which again was a nice part of the village. Where are we going? Asked Sakura. This area looks even nicer than where I live. Oh, you'll see, said Kakashi. Soon the group arrived at the apartment complex and saw the name of it. What? Uzumaki Apartments? Since when has this been here? Asked Sakura. I've never heard of this place. Some of my past relatives built this place as a place for our clan to stay in Konoha, as we once had our own secret village at one point, answered Naruto. Which means I own and live at this place. You own property? Asked Sakura, who could not or would not believe what she was hearing. Believe it, Sakura, as Naruto is also my landlord, as I live here as well, said Kakashi. Both Sasuke and Sakura gave Kakashi a look of shock when they heard that a bunch of Anbu live here as well. But that's about it, said Naruto with a shrug. No one else willingly lives here as I own the place, so there's plenty of room for more people to move in. I have to say, Naruto, it's just as nice as my clan's compound, said Sasuke, who was impressed with how well the place looked. Well, Naruto, as you're the owner, care to take us where Haku and Inari's apartments? Asked Kakashi. Sure, it's on there on the 4th floor, replied Naruto as he led them into the main building. Hey, who lives in the other building? Asked Inari. It's empty at the moment, answered Naruto, so it's just storage at the moment. Anyone planning on moving in anytime soon? Asked Sasuke. I heard Kiba has been thinking about moving here at some point, but besides that, no, answered Naruto. As the group headed up to the 4th floor, Sakura and Sasuke noticed that the entire 3rd floor was closed off. 3rd floor is my library and where I make my seals, explained Naruto when he saw their faces. Oh hey Iruka. Sasuke and Sakura both looked up the stairs and lo and behold, Iruka was headed up the stairs with a bag of groceries. Oh hey Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke, it's see you're helping some people move in, is see, replied Iruka. Sure Iruka-sensei, replied Naruto. Well, don't let me hold you up, said Iruka as he continued up the stairs. Who was that? Asked Inari. Our old teacher Iruka, he's the best teacher at the academy by far, answered Naruto. You think he'd be my teacher? Asked Inari. I'm not sure, I hope so, replied Naruto. Since when did Iruka live here? Asked Sakura. Sometime after we started at the academy, answered Naruto. Come on, we're almost there. Naruto led them to 2 adjacent apartments on the 4th floor. Alright, the one on the left is yours, Haku, and the one on the right is for you, Inari. The inside of the 2 apartments were just the basic layout, but had the latest appliances installed. Well, here's the key to your apartment, said Naruto as he gave Inari and Haku their key. Now let's fill your places up with what you need. Where's the best place to get furniture? Asked Haku. I have a wood shop on the 1st floor. So any wooden furniture you need I can have my shadow clones make it any way you want it to look, answered Naruto. Still working on learning how to make fabrics and electronics, so we'll have to go out and get that stuff. Naruto, electronics are very hard to make, said Kakashi, not to mention expensive. I was only joking about the electronic part, Kakashi, said Naruto. I'm not planning on learning that for a while. Well, let's see what you can make while we go out and finish the mission, said Kakashi. Line break. By the end of the day, both Haku and Inari were settled into their new apartments with brand new furniture and clothing. Mission complete, said Kakashi. Let's head back to the Hokage and turn them in. Right, agreed Team 7. After they turned in the missions, Team 7 headed back to Naruto's place. When they arrived, Sasuke asked if they could see the library. Why? Asked Naruto. I was just wondering if you had any jutsu scrolls I could borrow, replied Sasuke. That part is closed off, said Naruto as he led them into the library, but if you tell me what you're looking for I could fetch it for you. Sasuke and Sakura noticed that Naruto had a large amount of books and scrolls on various subjects, and in the back were 2 solid oak doors with various seals going across them and a sign that said, "Restricted, keep out," above them. So Sasuke, what kind of jutsu are you looking for? Asked Naruto. A clone jutsu I can use, as well as some more fire jutsus, answered Sasuke. Let me check real quick, said Naruto as he entered into the restricted section of his library. Sakura however kept the door from closing all the way and went in after Naruto for some reason. Sakura, what are you doing? Demanded Sasuke as he went after her in a panic. Kakashi, being there with them, also followed in after Sakura to stop her, also worried about what will happen. What? How is there stuff on all the clans? Pondered Sakura when she noticed the different sections as she tried looking for Naruto. Sasuke also saw this, but didn't focus on them as he knew he shouldn't be in this section. Sakura, what are you doing in here? Demanded Naruto as he stood in the open area of the restricted section of his library that was in the far back when she finally found him. Where did you get all this information? Asked Sakura. This looks like stuff right out of the different clan libraries. And how do you figure that? Asked Naruto. You have symbols for each clan marked in different sections in here, answered Sakura. Even Sasuke's clan. Sasuke did see that there was a large amount of scrolls on a shelf that did have his clan symbol at the top, and when he looked at one, saw that there was indeed information right out of his clan library. You want the truth? Asked Naruto. Fine. Gigi called me out a few years ago after I stole my way into the Nara clan compound and gathered anything that they left lying around. When he did, he told me that I'm allowed to go into anywhere in the village and obtain any information, or something that catches my eye, and the reason that is because Naruto's ability to sneak into anywhere in the village shows extreme security risks and holes in the village, added Kakashi. So pretty much anything Naruto wants he can have, within reason, as a reward for him showing us those weaknesses. So you managed to get all this over the course of a couple of years, with the help of those shadow clones you use so much, said Sasuke. Correct, replied Naruto. For the most part I'd copy anything I found. Hey Naruto, when did you get the stuff from my clan? Asked Sasuke. Shortly after your clan was killed off, answered Naruto. It was the last clan I went into, but I'm not sure how much was left in there after the attack. I see, said Sasuke. Well, could you help me see what is left and recover what was lost? Make it a mission and I'll do it, said Naruto. I don't work for free. Wasn't going to ask you to do it for free, said Sasuke. Just how much would it cost me? That's up to Gigi, said Naruto. But now I do have those scrolls you wanted. Good to hear, said Sasuke as he was given those scrolls. You should give Sasuke everything you have in here. He's more deserving of it, demanded Sakura. No, I don't, Sakura. If Naruto can sneak into clan compounds and swipe their things, countered Sasuke, then he can keep them, no matter what they are. Sakura stormed off in a huff from being pretty much told off now that she's gone. Care to tell me how you have something that looks so much like my Sharingan? Asked Sasuke. You're going to have to take a seat, cuz it's a long story, said Naruto. Sasuke sat down and was told by both Naruto and Kakashi the reasons behind Naruto having a different type of Sharingan. This included things like Naruto's father and grandmother, where he got it from, the Kyuubi who made it possible for him to gain it, as well as his Kitsune powers. Dang, I can't believe you're the son of the fourth Hokage, who himself came from my clan due to rather poor circumstances, said Sasuke, who was having a hard time absorbing everything. Well, at least this means we're related, if distantly, said Naruto. Man, I wondered just how messed up my family really was before Itachi killed them, said Sasuke, who suddenly had a thought. That's why he did it, isn't it? He found something really bad that they were doing and had to stop them any way possible, right? That's up to the Hokage to tell you, Sasuke, said Kakashi. We're not allowed to speak about it any further than this, but yes, there was a deeper reason for what happened that night, added Naruto. I have a lot to think about, said Sasuke before walking out towards his house. I'm worried about what Sakura is going to do after finding about you having so much information from the other clans, said Kakashi with worry. I activated a seal to wipe her mind of everything she learned here, said Naruto. It's an extra layer of protection I placed. Sasuke, on the other hand, I let go as we can trust him to keep this all to himself. So Sakura is going to be running around angry for some reason that she doesn't know about? Asked Kakashi. Yep, plus whoever put her up to sneaking into my private library, said Naruto, which I have no idea how they would know about that, as I've never told anybody about it except you, Iruka, and Gigi. What do you mean by that? Asked Kakashi. Why in the world would she come in here the way she did and act the way she did if someone didn't ask her to find out what I had explained? Naruto. That is strange, agreed Kakashi, but I don't know who would know about your private stash of information to try to find out what it was. I don't know either. I mean, Danzo was killed by the Kyuubi the night everything went so wrong, said Naruto, so it can't be him. Line break. A few days later, Naruto decided to test Inari's potential and also found out that Haku had been made into a chunin due to his skill level and many years being trained by Zabuza. Alright Inari, sit down and relax, and try to find your chakra, instructed Naruto, who had Inari sitting in a Fuinjutsu circle he had drawn. Alright Naruto, said Inari as he began trying to locate his chakra. It took a little over an hour, but Inari managed to find and unlock his chakra, which Naruto found to be about the same level as Konohamaru's, and that he had a rather strong affinity towards water when he tested him for his elemental affinity. Naruto also found something strange in Inari's chakra that he couldn't figure out, and neither could Kumara as he never seen anything like it before in his long lifespan. Care to take a guess? Well Inari, I'm proud to say that you have great potential to become a great ninja someday, said Naruto happily, but I should tell you that I noticed something odd about your chakra that I can't explain. Like it all, Inari thought about something for a moment before saying, Garms told me that our family came from the sea itself a long ago, but I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, huh? That is interesting, noted Naruto. It'd explain your strong connection to the element of water, but that's about it as far as I can tell. Hey, maybe once I become a ninja I could figure it out, said Inari excitedly. Yes, you could indeed try to find out the reason, agreed Naruto, but you have to study hard to become a ninja first. Bleg homework, complained Inari, which Naruto laughed to his reaction. Line break. Later that day Naruto met up with Haku to see how he was doing. I'm doing alright, answered Haku. The Hokage suggested that I help out at the hospital, seeing how I'm fairly skilled with medical jutsus and remedies. You should do, Haku suggested. Naruto, I myself have thought about doing that, it might help people like you more, said Haku, who noticed the way Naruto was treated by the villagers and some of the ninjas. I'll ask Kakashi Sensei about it, said Naruto. Anyway, did you get put onto a team yet? No, not yet, answered Haku. Not that I mind too much. If anything, I'll probably wind up joining the medical staff at the ninja hospital. As a med nin I could see you doing that really easily, said Naruto. You have the mindset and heart to do it. Thanks Naruto, said Haku gratefully. Anyway, I better get going. There's some things I need to take care of. Line break. Hey Kakashi Sensei, can I ask you something? Asked Naruto a few days after talking to Haku. Sure, what is it? Replied Kakashi. I was wondering if we could help out at the hospital for a day or two, answered Naruto. It'd be great experience for us. I see, said Kakashi, seeing what Naruto was getting at, as Naruto was interested in medicine. Not enough to make it his focus, mind you, but a rather healthy amount in any case. Sure, why not? Line break. And thus Team 7 found themselves outside the ninja hospital a week later, alongside Team 8. Much to Naruto and Hinta's joy. Alright, I'll bite, said Kiba. Why are we here? We are going to be helping out here every day this day, explained Kakashi. Today will be spent finding out where your skills will be best put to use, added Kurenai, and no one can prevent you from helping out, added Hiruzen as he passed by on his way to the hot springs for his break, interrupting what Asuma was going to say. The most of the hospital staff weren't thrilled to have Naruto there to help out, but couldn't do anything as Hiruzen made some rather stiff threats if they prevented Naruto from helping out to the best of his abilities. If you all follow me, we'll get you fitted into some normal scrubs, said the head of the hospital. Soon the group were wearing scrubs, with the undershirt and pants being the primary color of their normal clothing, or in Naruto's case in his favorite color, orange. Not a bright neon orange used by hunters out in the woods, but a dull sunset orange. Sakura, Ino and Shino were tasked with cataloging, Choji was sent to help with meal preparations, Shikamaru was sent to assist with medicines as his family made many of the medicines used in the village, and the rest were tasked with helping out the staff tend to patients. People's response to Naruto being there to help them get better was a shock to most. Some even demanded that he leave and stay far away from them, which he did and helped those willing to let him. The staff found Naruto was well versed in many medical fields during the course of the day. Even though he didn't want to make such skills his focus, it was still highly impressive. Kakashi, would it be alright if Naruto took a more active role in helping us? Asked the head of staff. Sure, but ask Naruto if he wants to or not, replied Kakashi, but him learning more would be a boon for the team. Even if Sakura would be the best choice to learn these skills, given her near-perfect chakra control, that is true, but she just doesn't have the mindset right now to learn how to use medical jutsus, said the man. I mean, if she thought about it enough, she'd see it'd be the best way to help Sasuke out. Even Ino, who also is a fangirl of Sasuke, has began to separate that behavior away from her training, said Asuma. The next day Naruto was asked if he wanted to help out with treating patients in more direct ways, which Naruto agreed to, but also told them that while he knows how to form chakra scalpels, they're more like buzzsaws due to how much chakra he has and how his control isn't high enough yet to use it correctly. The staff took the hint at what Naruto was saying on just how far he was willing to help out in treating people. They tested Naruto's medical knowledge, before they felt comfortable granting Naruto that privilege. During the rest of the week, the staff also allowed the teams keep the scrubs they were given, just in case they ever help out again. So long as they keep them clean. Once the week was over, everyone decided to go to Hinata's place to talk about their experience at the hospital. I never thought that we'd help out in the hospital, said Kiba. Me either, agreed Ino, but I luckily had some prior knowledge on medicine for me to fall back. Same here, added Shikamaru. It was a drag, but it felt nice helping people like that. Yeah, I know, agreed Choji. I even found some new things to try and learn how to make stuff that even Ino or Sakura would eat. Hey, I've started eating more, said Ino indigently. But what about your figure? Asked Sakura, shocked that Ino would dare to eat more. Being a ninja burns off the extra calories I've been eating, said Ino. You seriously should eat more too, or you're going to wind up in the hospital. I know what I'm doing, Ino pig, shouted Sakura, only to be glared at by everyone around Sakura. "Leave, you're being too loud and rude to stay," said Hinata as she pointed towards the door. "But what about Naruto?" demanded Sakura. "He's a slob. I mean, look at him." Everyone gave her a look like she was crazy as Naruto was clearly being very well mannered out now, ordered Hinata as she activated her Byakugan, giving her a very intimidating appearance. Sakura quickly left upon seeing that. Hinata then deactivated her Byakugan and returned to her sweet normal self. "I never thought I'd see that," noted Sasuke, who was amazed with how scary Hinata was just now. "She can be even scarier," said Naruto with a shudder. "Trust me." Hinata gave Naruto an amusing smile. "Let's forget this and get back to what we were talking about," suggested Shikamaru. "Right." Everyone agreed. "So what all did you do?" asked Hinata. "Sasuke and Naruto. I mostly helped with the elderly and children," answered Hinata. "Just basic things really," answered Sasuke. "I will say that while I appreciate medical jutsu, I just feel that it doesn't suit me. I know first aid, but that's going to be about it." "I did pretty much the same thing," said Naruto, even though he got to help the staff prep for surgery on the last day, which was interesting to say the least, but didn't want to say anything about it. "Well, I decided to learn some medical jutsu so I can help Arakamaru and my teammates if they get hurt really badly," announced Kiba. "It was really fun learning all the stuff we did. I too wish to learn medical jutsu to help my teammates," said Hinata. "I don't know why none of my clansmen wanted to learn it before. Our dojutsu is perfect for healing others." "Who knows," said Kiba. "Is anyone else interested in learning more medical stuff?" "I might learn some more," said Ino. "It's too troublesome to learn," said Shikamaru. "But I'm willing to learn a few." "Nope," said Choji. "Me either," said Shino. "I already gave my answer," said Sasuke. "I'm all for it," said Naruto. "I mean, somebody has to, since Sakura isn't going to do so anytime soon, even though she'd probably be great at it if she actually focused on mastering medicine instead of trying to get Sasuke in bed with her." "You don't say that," said Ino. "Trust me. I've seen the pictures Naruto took of her shrine," said Sasuke, "and it's the worst one out of them all according to Naruto." "You're kidding, right?" asked Ino. "I have the folder with me right now if you wanted to take a look," offered Naruto as he pulled said folder out of his shirt. "Here, let me see," said Ino as she took the folder and took a look. She quickly tossed it back with a pale and disgusted face. "See, she's got some serious issues," said Sasuke. "Good Kami, that's way worse than how I used to act," said Ino with horror in her voice. "Her mother most likely encouraged that behavior to the point it is now," said Shino. "How do I know? My father spoke about how her mother, who by the way is on the civilian council, is deep down a gold digger. Me and Naruto are aware of that," said Sasuke, "as well as our sensei, and none of us know how to save her from her current path to a early grave. To think we ruined our friendship over you," said Ino sadly, "when I should have stuck to her side. Maybe then I could have kept her from going so far into the deep end." "Try to mend it, Ino," said Naruto, "before it's too late." "I'll try," replied Ino. "Dinner is ready," said a branch member from the doorway. "Thank you, Ko," thanked Hinata. "I really enjoy eating your clan's cooking," said Naruto with a look of bliss. "It's some of the best food I get to eat." "Glad you like it so much," replied Hinata. Dinner was a slightly more formal affair than most of the young ninjas were used to, but it went rather well anyway. After the rookie team's week of helping out at the hospital and the dinner at Hinata's shortly afterwards, they all tried to figure out what caused Sakura's behavior. However, none of them came up with anything concrete and decided to just keep an eye on her till they do. Not that she noticed them doing so. Another thing that happened from that week was that the parents of the rookies, minus Naruto, mentioned that they had a degree of interest in learning medical jutsu. They were rather surprised by it. Especially Kiba's mother, who didn't think he'd find medicine interesting at all. His sister Hana was glad to help him out as she was a vet in her team's med nin. Over the course of 2 months the teams trained hard and learned a new skill or two. Sasuke opened up to the other rookies, minus Sakura, and got to know them better. He also found that Ino wasn't as bad as he thought, especially since she gained control over her fangirlism and could hold a normal conversation with her. Ino also tried to repair her broken friendship with Sakura, but the girl wouldn't hear of it as she just thought Ino was trying to get her to lower her guard and then steal Sasuke away from her. Ino however refused to give up and kept it at teams 8 and 10. Also helped out at the hospital again during the 2 months, but team 7 did not, as problems were beginning to rise within the team. Mainly from Sakura constantly trying to get Sasuke to go out with her and her repetitively put Naruto down any way she could. She also tried to sneak into Naruto's library multiple times, only to be caught red-handed by either Naruto, Kakashi, Inari, Haku or Iruka, as they all used the library often. Inari, once he got used to the idea of studying after Naruto pointed out a way to make it more fun for him, all that led to Team 7's teamwork to plummet extremely far and kept them from doing any missions, as on top of everything Sakura would spread lies about Naruto's behavior to their client and other nasty things, like sabotage his work, causing Naruto to not get paid or other similar consequences. The only one that got hurt by them not taking missions really was Sakura herself, as the others had large bank accounts to keep them going. Plus Naruto had his own business as well, which racked in a lot of cash. And she had the gall to complain about not getting money or missions. Kakashi-sensei, when are we going to do another mission? Asked Naruto one morning before the two headed off to meet with the rest of the team. I don't know, Naruto replied. Kakashi, things just haven't been going very well since you and the other rookies helped out at the hospital. Speaking of which, I heard something the other day while I was at the Jonin lounge. What? Asked Naruto, who had an idea what Kakashi was talking about. I heard that for doing such a good job at helping out at the hospital during your free time that they finally are going to let you assist directly with an operation, said Kakashi. Yeah, it's tonight, said Naruto with a shrug. It's nothing major, mind you, but yeah, they trust me enough not to mess up or cause any problems for them. I'm very proud of your progress, Naruto praised Kakashi. I know learning medicine isn't a top priority for you, but the team does need someone with medical knowledge just in case it's needed. Thanks, Kakashi-sensei. Well, we better get going, replied Naruto. We don't want to keep Sakura waiting, agreed, said Kakashi as the two need to where Team 7 meets up. Sadly again, Sakura made any of the teamwork exercises Kakashi put them through fail, much to the others' extreme annoyance. Head home. No missions today, said Kakashi after another failed exercise. But how am I supposed to make a living if we don't? Asked Sakura. I don't know, find something that you can put your skills to use when you're not training, suggested Sasuke. I did. And I'm sure Naruto has as well. I thought training was all you did? Asked Sakura. I found something to make up for the lack of missions, said Sasuke. I do have a life to live well. What is it? Asked Sakura. It's none of your concern, Sakura replied Sasuke in the normal cold tone he uses with her butt. Started Sakura. No buts, snapped Sasuke. Get a clue, Sakura. Sasuke then stormed off in a huff. Look at what you did, yelled Sakura as she pointed a finger at Naruto. You made Sasuke leave. Screw you, Sakura. I have more important things to deal with than your whiny ass, snapped Naruto as he also stormed off angrily. Be here on time tomorrow, Sakura ordered Kakashi, and hope that they aren't still angry. Kakashi then left to go after Naruto to help calm him down. Naruto, you need to calm down before you have to head to the hospital for that operation, said Kakashi when he caught up to Naruto. Naruto took a deep breath before saying, I know, sensei, I am trying, but it's harder for me to calm down. You know that I know, Naruto. I know, replied Kakashi. Just try, it's all I ask. Thankfully Naruto had calmed down before he had to leave for the hospital. He grabbed the scrubs he was given from that first week, modified with special seals mind you, and headed out. Hey Naruto, you never did tell me exactly the operation was, said Kakashi as Naruto passed him. If I remember right, they said that it was to fix someone's hand or something along those lines, replied Naruto, turning his head to speak as he walked down the stairs. Ah, I see, thanks, it's been bugging me all day, thanked Kakashi as he headed back into his apartment. Line break. Naruto arrived at the hospital with plenty of time to spare and headed over to the surgical ward to let them know he was there. Ah, good, you're here, said one of the doctors. Let's get you all ready for this operation, even though you're not going to be actually performing it yourself. Ha. Like that'll happen anytime soon, laughed Naruto as he was led to the prep room. Naruto was soon all scrubbed clean and was wearing a full surgeon's outfit that hid both his blonde hair and whisker marks on his face. The patient saw Naruto come in after the other surgeons and asked nervously, who's the short guy? He seems a little young to be a surgeon. Oh, don't worry, he's just an intern, assured the lead surgeon. He's not going to be performing the procedure. That's good to hear, said the patient. The operation was done with great success and Naruto learned some valuable insights. During the operation there was a meeting going on in the Hokage's office with all the current team sensei standing before him. It's that time already? Asked Asuma. Indeed, the Chunin exams are beginning shortly, said Hiruzen. I've already sent out word on when they'll start, so do we have any nominations? I, Might Guy of Team 9, hereby nominate my youthful students Neji Hyuga, Rock Lee and Tenten to take part of the Chunin exams, said Might Guy as he stepped forward. I, Kakashi Hikate of Team 7, hereby nominate Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Sakura Haruno for the Chunin exams, said Kakashi as he stepped forward. Asuma and Kura and I also nominated their students for the Chunin exams as well. This came as a shock to everyone as it had been some years since all the rookie teams were nominated to take part in the Chunin exams. While I agree that most of my former students are ready, we all know Sakura is far from it, said Iruka. I'm aware, Iruka, but rest assured that Naruto and Sasuke will make sure she lives, assured Kakashi. Plus it might snap her out of her behavior. Good point, agreed Iruka. Wish them luck for me. We will, said Asuma. Don't worry. The next day before the team meeting, Naruto was wandering around enjoying the scenery when he came across Konohamaru trying to sneak up on him with his friends Udon and Moigi, as well as Inari, who were all hiding behind special cloaks that made them blend in with the wooden fence they were standing next to. Nice try, you guys, called Naruto, but even though I can't see you, I can still sense your chakra and smell you fairly well. Aw man. But hey, at least you couldn't see us, complained Konohamaru. You've improved a lot the last time I saw you, that I can't deny, said Naruto with pride. Hey Naruto, can you play ninja with us? Asked Moigi. A ninja playing ninja? That's stupid, mocked Sakura as she walked by. You clearly don't understand the point of it, said Naruto with annoyance. Hey, is she even a girl? Whispered Udon to Moegi. I mean she's so flat, and that forehead you could put an ad there. Sakura heard that and suddenly became rather threatening as mentioning that type of stuff caused her inner strength to come out. And it's not pretty, run, ordered Naruto when he sees Sakura become enraged, but argued Konohamaru until he saw the danger they were in. Get back here you little twerps, roared Sakura as she chased after Konohamaru and his friends. Naruto quickly followed them to make sure they aren't injured too badly. Suddenly Naruto heard what sounded like someone crashing into someone hard. Hey, watch where you're going you little punk, yelled a voice that Naruto didn't recognize, making him move faster. What Naruto found was a guy in a black catsuit holding Konohamaru up by his scarf with a blonde girl standing behind him looking slightly worried about something. Hey, put me down, complained Konohamaru. Come on Kankuro, you don't want to make Gaara mad, do you? Asked the blonde. Relax Temari, this will only take a second, replied Kankuro. Will it? Asked Naruto, who suddenly appeared by switching places with Konohamaru and punching the other ninja back onto the ground. Why you little, growled Kankuro as he wiped some blood from his mouth. You're going to pay for that. Stay down puppeteer, warned Naruto. You should know his grandson you're threatening when you come to another village. Oh yeah, who's his grandpa? Asked Kankuro in a snarky tone. Oh, no one special, replied Naruto, just the Hokage. Kankuro's eyes went wide from that little bit of info. Hey, how do you know what my brother's specialty was? Asked Temari. Well, seeing that you're a form Suna and he has that bundle wrapped up, I'd say it's a fair guess, replied Naruto. Just like I can tell you're a wind user like I am by that large fan on your back. You're rather smart, you know that, complimented Temari, but we really should get going before our younger brother gets upset with us. I think that's a little too late, said Naruto as he looked up into a nearby tree as he sensed a large amount of bloodlust and dark power from it. Both Temari and Kankuro went pale as everyone looked over to where Naruto was looking and saw a red-headed boy about the same age as Naruto standing upside down on a tree branch. Kankuro, you're an embarrassment to our village, said Gar in a creepy voice when he saw Nishashi down to the ground and next to his older siblings. Naruto, that Gar has that whole Tanuki Shukaku sealed inside of him or in Kurama, but something seems wrong with both of their mental state. Hey, your name's Gaara, right? Asked Naruto. Yes. Why? Replied Gaara with confusion. You're 1, I'm 9, said Naruto as he put a hand on his stomach. And 9 says hi. Only the Suna siblings knew what Naruto was talking about and they were surprised as Naruto was completely sane, unlike Gaara, whose own tailed beast warned him not to threaten anyone close to Naruto, or they'd be killed in his rage. That was a shock as Shukaku never told Gaara not to kill someone, meaning Naruto was a very big threat. Hey, what are you doing in our village? Asked Sakura. I see you're from another village. Even if it is our ally, they're here for the Chunin exams obviously, said Naruto. Now we need to get going, we're running late for our team meeting. Hey, what's your name? Asked Temari. Who, me? Asked Sakura. No, the blonde, replied Temari with disgust. Naruto. Uzumaki, answered Naruto-san. Siblings quickly realized that messing with Naruto, or those he holds dear, is a bad idea. Line break. What took you? Asked Sasuke when Sakura and Naruto arrived 10 minutes late. Ran into some Suna ninjas who are here for the Chunin exams, answered Naruto. I wonder if we'll get to take part, pondered Sasuke. Of course we are, cried Sakura. I mean, they should just make you a Chunin with how strong you are without the exam. You're kidding, right? Replied Sasuke. I know I'm good, but I'm not sure I'm ready to become a Chunin. Well, do you want to see if you are? Asked Kakashi as he appeared in a swirl of leaves. You're late, yelled Sakura. You were late as well, noted Kakashi with a deadpan look. Are you saying we've been nominated for the exam? Asked Naruto. Correct, answered Kakashi as he pulled out the application forms to Team 7. Now it's up to you if you want to take part or not. I'm so taking part, said Naruto. Same here, agreed Sasuke. If you're doing it, Sasuke, then I'm doing it also, said Sakura. Team 7 then signed the application forms and handed them back to Kakashi, who then said, well, now next week head to room 301 at the academy for the first part of the exams. 301. Got it, said Naruto. So what do we do now? Asked Sasuke. We're going to go over what skills you have and make sure they're mastered to the best of your ability, answered Kakashi. Line break. Naruto and Sasuke worked hard to master what skills they already have. Sakura, on the hand, really didn't train any of her skills. Not that she really has any to begin with. Team 7 headed to the academy, and as they headed towards to the third floor they saw a large amount of Genin standing outside a door that said that it was 301, even though they only went up one set of stairs. Please let us pass, begged a Leaf Kanochi that was a year older than Team 7 and had her hair up in 2 buns. Tenten, no way, these exams are too much for you, Genin, said one of the 2 men standing in front of the door. Yeah, people die in these exams, added the other man. Naruto noticed the genjutsu on both the door number and on the 2 older Genin, recognizing them as the 2 eternal gatekeepers, but didn't say anything as to prevent extra competition taking part in the exams. That is enough, drop this foolish illusion, let's move on, said Neji in a commanding tone as he came up behind everyone. Great. The mighty Hyuga prodigy has arrived, moaned Naruto, quake in fear of his prowess. With a gentle fist, Neji glared hard at Naruto before moving on. Naruto's comment drew the attention of the rest of the group before them, especially Lee, who saw Sakura and immediately asked her out on a date. "You know. You're a creep," yelled Sakura in revulsion. "Lee, she's not worth it," said Naruto. "She's far too focused on getting laid by Sasuke to go out with anyone else." Sasuke's look of absolute horror from that comment was one to remember. "Naruto, never suggest that ever again." "Sorry," apologized Naruto sheepishly. "Anyway, let's get up to the real first test." As the three of them headed towards the stairs, Lee suddenly appeared and called out, "Sasuke Uchiha, I would like to test myself against your Sharingan. What do you think, Naruto?" asked Sasuke. "Considering I know Lee and how strong he is," replied Naruto, "I say it'd be worth using your Sharingan to pick up some new taijutsu moves, but you'd still most likely lose." "How can you say that?" yelled Sakura. "Sasuke can defeat anyone, no matter what." Everyone gave her a look like she was crazy or mentally ill, which isn't too far off from what the problem truly is with her. "All right, Lee, was it?" said Sasuke as he activated his Sharingan. "I agree to a quick friendly spar, but let's not go too far, seeing how we have a test to take shortly." "All right, let's fan the flames of our youth," shouted Lee as he got into his Gokan stance with a strong fist. "Careful, Sasuke, otherwise you're going to be sore after this," warned Naruto. "Indeed, if you aren't careful, my youthful blows would indeed leave you reeling," agreed Lee. Sasuke was suddenly not so confident, but proceeded with the spare anyway. He lost, badly, thought gained some new taijutsu moves out of it. As soon as the spar was over, Might Guy appeared to wish Lee good luck, and wound up doing the dreaded sunset of youth. Luckily for Sasuke, Naruto turned him away, while Sakura bore witness to it once again, causing her to scream so loud that it broke all the glass within a 2-mile radius, and severely hurt those with sensitive hearing's ears. This included Naruto, who was right next to her and had collapsed to the ground due to the pain. "My ears," cried Naruto as he held his ears in extreme pain. "My poor sensitive ears." Kakashi appeared suddenly and used the mystical palm jutsu to heal Naruto's ears and told Sakura, "Watch how loud you are, especially when your teammates and allies have a strong sense of hearing." "Sorry, sensei," apologized Sakura. "Just get going," said Kakashi as he helped Naruto stand. "Now Guy, let's go make a little bet." Kakashi led Guy away as the Team 7 headed into the room where the test was to take place. Upon entering the room, they were hit by a large amount of killer intent from the other participants, which caused Sasuke to pause and Sakura to start shivering. "However you call that killer intent?" asked Naruto, who was unfazed. "Let me show you how to unleash killer intent." Suddenly the room was filled with Naruto's full killer intent, which due to both containing Kurama and being part Kitsune made it incredibly potent. Almost immediately, over 3/4 of the room bolted out the windows that were on the opposite wall to the entrance, as they could not stand up to such killing intent. Gaara, who loved to leak his killer intent, was paralyzed with extreme fear. Seeing how killer intent comes from one's own power, so the more one can produce, the stronger that person was. And every instinct was screaming at him to run as far away from Naruto as possible. Naruto then reeled in his killer intent, just as the rest of the Rookie 9 entered the room. "What happened?" asked Hino when she saw the far window broken down and the room was mostly empty. "Did you not feel that killer intent?" asked Shino, who was still recovering from just sensing it. "Yeah, I did." "Who was that anyway?" replied Ino. "Naruto Uzumaki," answered Gaara from where he was standing by the wall with fear in his voice. "Mother does not want to provoke him at all, which has never happened before." "Is Sakura going to be okay?" asked Kiba with concern, seeing how said girl was passed out on the floor in her own filth, seeing that she soiled herself really bad when Naruto unleashed his ki. Meanwhile, the proctor of the test, Ibiki, was trying to figure out what to do, seeing how so many had ran in terror when Naruto unleashed his ki that even unnerved even him, and he's the head of the DNA department. "For Kami's sake, just proceed as normal," said Hiruzen. "There are still a good number left to take the test. It's just under the canon amount as reference. Most of the people who left were the ones that were outside the door in the second floor due to them failing to see through the genjutsu." "All right," replied Ibiki, "but I'm sure my entrance isn't going to have the same effect this time." "Back to the Rookie 9, mind if I cut in?" asked a silver-haired leaf ninja as he came over. Naruto immediately picked up the smell of snakes and medical supplies off the ninja, as well as the fact that he was really a Jonin-leveled ninja, not a Jonin. This set off many red flags for Naruto, as whoever this was wasn't a real leaf shinobi. "Who are you?" asked Kiba. "Forgive me, my name is Kabuto Yakashi," introduced Kabuto. "Isn't your father the head of the hospital?" asked Tino. "Why yes, he is," replied Kabuto, "but I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to help you all, seeing how you're new to this." "Oh? And how is that?" asked Naruto suspiciously. "My nin info cards," explained Kabuto as he pulled out a large deck of cards. "They're like what our grades were put on in school, so we don't try to alter them." "Noted Hinata," precisely said Kabuto. "I have information on everyone here." "Show me," said Sasuke. "Alright, Let me see, said Kabuto as he pulled a random card. Let's see, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto focused right on Kabuto as a good amount of his information is classified, so if Kabuto knows any of it, then he's indeed a spy and will be dealt accordingly. Let's see, says here that he was the dead last of this year with very poor skills and everything, but somehow jumped in power and skill far beyond the Rookie of the Year Sasuke's level almost immediately. Doesn't know many jutsus, though the shadow clone is interesting as that requires a large amount of chakra to use. His parents are unknown, but it is rumored that his mother is still alive in a coma, under the care of a distant relative. Inherited a place known as Uzumaki Apartments and is his place of residence. The final thing is that Naruto is the most disliked person in the village, even more so than Anko Madarashi. Read off Kabuto. Who's Anko? Asked Ino Kakashi. Told me she used to be the student of Orochimaru, explained Naruto. So you can imagine people's response when that snake betrayed us. I take it was bad? Asked Ino. Very much, replied Naruto. From what I've heard, she lives in a crummy rundown shack in the red light district, and pays far more rent than it's worth for it. That's so mean, noted Hinata. Yes, sad. Now is there anyone you want intel on? Offered Kabuto. Sorry but no, said Sasuke. I don't know how you even got all the information you got, so I don't trust you. Even if you're part of the Leaf, fair enough, shrugged Kabuto. Anyone else? I'm trying to help you rookies get through this. None of the Rookie 9 took him up on his offer. Just then the room was filled with smoke, signaling the arrival of the proctors for the exam. All right, you maggots, come to me to get the number of your assigned seat and then sit down, barked Iviki, who was holding the bag with the numbers in it. Everyone got their numbers and sat down, in the same way as Kennen. Iviki then went on to explain the rules of the first test and then had them begin. Naruto, being the major bookworm he was, easily wrote down the correct answers without having to cheat once. The same went for Sakura, who while having no practical skills was still a bookworm and was smart. If only she used her smarts better. The events play out as in canon, with a large number of the teams failing from being caught cheating too many times. Iviki then announced the rules for the 10th question. Once the time was up, the response to the new rules was what Iviki expected, but he noticed how all the rookies but one were largely unfazed. Guess which who it was? Naruto noticed Sakura beginning to raise her hand, so he called out, "Alright, that's enough. I don't care if I'm stuck as a Jonin for the rest of my life, it's just a rank anyway and doesn't actually have anything to do with one's strength. Plus I'm going to be Hokage someday, and when that happens I'll get my revenge, believe it." Iviki. Naruto's little speech gave those who were faltering a backbone, and also made Iviki shiver in fear at what the thought of what Naruto would do in revenge. Not that anyone noticed, as he hit it incredibly well. "Is that your final answer?" asked Iviki. "Try me," was Naruto's response. "Then congratulations, you pass," announced Iviki. "Ha! Knew it," said Naruto. Iviki explained what the purpose of the first test and the 10th question were to those still in the room. Anko then walked in from the large hole in the wall that was still there from earlier, grumbling about how her grand entrance was ruined by a bunch of cowards who couldn't stand a little key. She denied the fact that it even scared her, and she hung around Orochimaru for years for Kami's sake. "Huh? Considering how many teams were here for the exams at the start, I'd say it's quite the drop-off," noted Anko. Who are you?" asked Tamari. "Anko Madarashi, head proctor for the second test," answered Anko in adult tone. "All of you are to report to the Forest of Death at 8 o'clock sharp, or you'll be disqualified from the exams. And for those who don't know where it is, it's also known as Training Field 44. I see not making a lasting impression," soured your mood, noted Iviki. "Don't worry, they're not going to forget tomorrow morning," replied Anko with a smirk that made everyone in the room, except Naruto, very nervous. "I see Sensei wasn't joking about your sadistic behavior," noted Naruto. "Even if you're not showing us your full extent, kid, you have no idea," said Anko with a snake-like grin. That's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my other social media accounts. Anime God here, and I'm signing off.